welcome to Happy Cooking with Yvonne Douglas. So I was looking through my refrigerator thinking, what should I cook tonight? So I'm pulling a few things. I'm going to make pasta with broccoli, and it's going to be in a peanut sauce. So I was just looking around the house, seeing what ingredients that I have in my refrigerator and cupboard. And so I'm gonna put something together, and hopefully it's gonna turn out pretty good. So stay tuned. So welcome back to Happy Cooking with Yvonne Douglas. So I was going through my cupboard, and I found some things that I think I'm going to use for this dish. So I'm going to use these garden spiral noodles, and I'm boiling up my water right now. And once the water is boiled, it takes about 8 minutes for it to cook. I found these dry roasted peanuts, and I'm going to use those. Pepper, of course. Peanut butter. I also had some scallions or green onions in my refrigerator. Natural rice vinegar, extra virgin olive oil. And you know when you go to or you get Chinese takeout and they always give you those packets of soy sauce. So I had some extra packets left over, and I'm gonna use that. I'm gonna use about 3 tablespoons of that soy sauce. And let's get cooking. Stay tuned. Okay, so just put my pasta in the boiling water, added just a little bit of salt, and that needs to cook for about 8 minutes. Another thing that's super important is broccoli. So I had frozen broccoli, I had Green Giant in the freezer, and I thought, let me use that. So I'm going to put my broccoli in my pan. So let me turn on my large skillet, put this on a low to medium flame, add approximately a tablespoon of extra virgin olive oil, heat that up just a little bit. And once that is heated up, I'm going to also add my broccoli and about maybe ½ cup of water to it. And I'm going to cover it and let that cook for approximately 6 to 8 minutes. All right, so I'm gonna add my broccoli. Let me get a wooden fork. Having the correct tools is super, super important when you're cooking, of course. So I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna now add just approximately a ½ cup, a little bit more maybe, of water. I'm going to cover that and let that cook for approximately 6 to 8 minutes, so stay tuned. Okay, so now we're going to make our peanut sauce, and what I like to do is I'm going to add 2 tablespoons of extra virgin olive oil. 1, 2. I'm going to add 3 tablespoons of natural rice vinegar. Okay. I'm going to add my 3 tablespoons of the soy sauce. And I'm going to have 3 tablespoons of peanut butter. I'm using just a regular tablespoon. You can measure it out, it doesn't have to be exact. That's 2 and 3. Okay, and now I'm going to get my whisk, and I'm going to whisk that up. It smells good. I'm probably going to whisk this for about 2 minutes or so, 1 to 2 minutes. You definitely want to make sure that it's smooth. And when we come back, we're going to finish up this sauce, so stay tuned. Okay, so now with my sauce, I'm going to add just a sprinkling of pure sesame oil. This is the TSANG flavoring oil. I'm just gonna do a couple of drops there. And kind of mix that up again with my whisk. I love how This sauce is very, very smooth. It's gonna be really good. Okay, now what I wanna do, I have a mortar and pestle right here. I'm gonna get my dry roasted peanuts, and I'm going to put probably about 1/4 of a cup of peanuts, and I'm going to smash it, crush up my peanuts with my mortar and pestle. And you just want to make it very coarse, doesn't have to be perfect, but you want to get most of those peanuts crushed. Okay, so a couple of things I want to show you with our broccoli that we have here. I'm going to add a little bit of pepper, ground pepper, sprinkle that in. The water has evaporated, and that's what you want. So right now it is in the pan. I'm going to add just a little bit of salt. Okay. And that's the broccoli, real easy. And I'm going to roast my peanuts just a little bit on a low to medium flame. I'm gonna get a wooden spoon, and you need to watch it, so make sure you just don't leave it in a pan. I'm just going to keep stirring it. And like I said, most of them are smashed. There's some pieces that are a little bit larger, and that's okay. I think that's what you want. And I did have 1/4 of a cup, so I changed it to 1/2 a cup. I thought it needed a little bit more peanuts. So that's gonna be that. So while this is roasting in the pan, we're going to finish up our dish, so stay tuned. Okay, so now we're gonna put our dish together. Okay, so my broccoli is cooked, and even if they were dry roasted peanuts, I put them in a skillet and roasted them just a little bit more. I have my sauce ready. My pasta is cooled. You want to make sure that your pasta is cool before you place it in here. And I think I'm going to add just a touch more of the natural rice vinegar, just a little drop more. Okay, remember I added 3 tablespoons, so I'm kind of adding like 3 tablespoons and just a little bit more. Okay. Using my whisk. Mixing that up, looks good. I got a few scallions. I have some that are chopped like this, circular, and then I just went and got some strips. This is just really to add as garnish. All right, so I think we're ready. I'm gonna get my pasta and put it in here. Okay, so I'm adding my pasta now. And I'm gonna take my whisk out and use a wooden spoon and just stir that in there. Okay. Looking very yummy. Okay. I'm gonna add the rest of my pasta. Just add a little bit more. Now I'm going to add my peanuts. Mix that in there. And I'm going to add my broccoli. Mix that up. Wow, looks really good. Yum, yum, yum. And then I'm gonna place my scallions. Remember I used approximately, probably like two tablespoons of scallions all together. And then I'm gonna add these strips, the scallion strips. Remember that's more like for presentation purposes. All right, but of course it will be eaten. Anything that's presentation should be eaten too. All right, looking good. Wow, look at that. That looks fantastic. Yum. All right, let me take a little taste, see if it needs anything. My gosh. Oh, yum. I think I need a touch of salt, but it's really good. Wow, I love it. Yummy. That peanut sauce is so good. Okay, excellent. Mix that in, let me have another taste. Yum. Great dish. Could be a lunch, could be dinner, however you want to serve it. Thank you for watching Happy Cooking with Yvonne Douglas. Please like and subscribe to this YouTube channel. And happy cooking. Bye-bye.